Well, but first chapter, it introduces the Office applications. It run an Office application and explore the Office interface, or save the and auto recover your files. And it also introduce opening and closing an Office file, recording a file document properties, and collecting password on the file. Well, actually, chapter 1 is where you get your feet wet with Office. Walk right to the shore and stick your toes in the water. Don't worry. In this chapter, you meet the Office applications and discover speed techniques for opening applications and files, and the ribbon and the quick access toolbar and other Office landmarks. And how to open files, save files, and collect a password on a file. Well, for Office, is a collection. It is a collection of computer applications. Why it's called Office? I think because the people who invented it wanted to make software for completing tasks that need doing in a typical office. When you hear someone talk about Office or Office software, they are talking about several different applications. Well, this table describes the Office applications. For Word, it's a word processor for writing letters, reports, and so on. A Word file is called a document. Then we will introduce the Word in Book 2. For Excel, it's a number of crunch for performing numeric analysis. An Excel file is called a workbook. It will be introduced in Book 3. For PowerPoint, it's a means of creating slides presentations to give in front of audience. A PowerPoint file is called a presentation, or sometimes is a slideshow. It will be introduced in book 4. For other parts, for OneNote, Outlook, Access, and Publisher, we do not introduce them in this course. We just focus on the formal 3 parts. Well, this is the interface of the Office program in Windows 7 and the Vista. Well, unless you start an Office program, you cannot create a document, construct a worksheet, or create a PowerPoint presentations. Many people have tried to understand and take these tasks with Smart and Image without starting a program first, but all have failed. Well, let me see. If you want to go to the Office, you can use several methods. You can click the Start button, choose All Programs. Here, this is the Start button, and this is All Program. Then you find the Microsoft Office and choose the program name on the submenu. For Start menu, well, click the program's name on Start menu. Well, this is the Start menu. You see, this is the Start menu. It's already attached to the Start menu. The Start menu is a menu you see when you click the Start button. Place a program's name on the Start menu. You can open the program simply by clicking the Start button and then clicking the program's name. To place an Office program on the Start menu, you can click the Start button and choose All Programs and go to Microsoft Office. Then move your pointer over the program's name on the submenu, but do not click to select the program's name. Then right-click the program's name. Right-click, remember that, right-click. Right-click the program's name and choose Pin to the Start menu on the shortcut menu that appears. To remove a program's name from the Start menu, right-click the name and choose Remove from this list. Another method to start an Office program is desktop shortcut icon. Double-click the program's shortcut icon. You can open the program. A shortcut icon is an icon you can double-click to do something in a hurry. By creating a shortcut icon on the Windows desktop, you can double-click the icon and immediately start an Office program. To place an Office shortcut icon on the desktop, you can click the Start button and choose All Programs and then choose Microsoft Office. Well, sometimes some students may use another version. It's okay. Then move the pointer over the program's name on the submenu, but not click the program's name. Do not click the program name, but right-click. Remember that right-click the program's name and choose Send to the desktop to create a shortcut on the shortcut menu that happens. Well, to remove a desktop shortcut icon from your Windows desktop, right-click it and choose Delete, and click Yes in the Delete Shortcut dialog box. Do not worry about deleting a program when you delete its shortcut icon. All you do when you choose Delete is remove the program's shortcut icon from the desktop and make your desktop a little less crowded. Well, Windows 7, it also offers a method to start the program by taskbar. Click the program's icon on the taskbar, then you can open the program. Well, to place a program's icon on the taskbar, you can right-click its name on the Start menu or All Program menu and choose Pin to the taskbar. To remove a program's icon from the taskbar, right-click it and choose Unpin this program from taskbar. This is the method of opening the file starting an Office program in Windows 7. But for Windows method 8 is different than an Office program on computer that runs Windows 8. The conventional way is right-click a blank area on screen and click All Applications. Then scroll to the Office application you want to open and click its name. Another method is the Start menu. Click the application's tail on Start screen. Then right-click a blank area of screen and choose All Applications. Then scroll the Office application that needs a tail on the Start screen and right-click the application name. Then click Pin to start. Then in this method, you can find the icon in the Start menu. Similarly, desktop shortcut icon. Double-click the program shortcut icon. You can open it. Well, to place an Office shortcut icon on Windows 7, our Windows 8 desktop is as follows. In the Start window, right-click a blank area on the screen. Then click All Applications on the Windows toolbar. In the application window, scroll to the right until you see the Office application tail. And right-click the name of an Office program and choose Send to the desktop and create shortcut on the shortcut menu. To remove a desktop shortcut icon from the Windows tab, right-click it, choose Delete and click Yes in the Delete Shortcut dialog box. Well, this is the interface of the Office. Actually, it's a word. Well, interface, also called the user interface, is a computer term that describes how a software program presents itself to the people who use it. This figure shows the word interface. You will be glad to know that the interface of all the Office program is pretty much the same. This part gives you a quick tour of the Office interface and explain what the various parts of the interface are. Click along with me as I describe the interface and you will know what's what by the time you finish reading these pages. Well, for the File tab and Backstage, in the upper left corner of the window is the File tab. Let me see. Well, this is the File tab. This one. Clicking the File tab opens the Backstage of the Microsoft the Word. Well, this is the Backstage. The Backstage offers commands for creating, opening, and saving files, as well as performing other file management tasks. Notice the Option command on Backstage. You can choose options to open the Options dialog box and tell the application you are working in how you want it to work. To leave the backstage and return to the application window, click the back. You see this arrow? This arrow is a back button. This button is located in the upper left corner of the backstage. Then another part is the quick access toolbar. This is the quick access toolbar. It's always composed of the save button. This is the save button, the undo button, and the redo button. Well, no matter where you try to in the Office program, you see quick access toolbar in the upper left corner of the screen. This toolbar offers three necessary buttons: the all-important save button, the trusty undo button, and the convenient repeat button. You can place small buttons on the quick access toolbar as well as move the toolbar lower in the window. The method of customizing the quick access toolbar will be shown in another chapter. Well, apart from that is the ribbon and its tabs. Well, this is very important part. Across the top of screen is a ribbon. Okay, it covers from here to here. They are all ribbons. Let me see, they are all ribbons. And from here to here, let me see. Well, this is a tab for the home tab. Well, click a tab to view a different set of commands and undertake a task. For example, click the Home tab. You see the Format tab, the text formatting. You see the font and status, some other, and click the Insert tab to insert table or chart. Each tab offers a different set of buttons, menus, and galleries. For context-sensitive tabs, to keep a ribbon from getting too crowded with tabs, Microsoft has arranged for some tabs to appear only in context. That is, they appear on a ribbon after you insert or click something. These tabs are called context-sensitive tabs. In this figure, for example, I insert a table and two additional tabs, the Design and the Layout tab. You see these two, the Design and Layout tab. Only when you create a table in the Word, then these two ribbons will appear. Well, these two ribbons appear on the ribbon and the table two headings. These context-sensitive tabs offers commands for designing and layout tables. The idea behind context-sensitive tabs is to direct you to the commands that you need and exclude all other commands. If you cannot find a tab on a ribbon, for example, the ribbon tab for ribbons for table, figure, something like that, then the tab is probably context-sensitive. You have to insert or select a table or figure to make some tabs appear on the ribbon. Context-sensitive tabs always appear on the right side of the ribbon and are hiding with the word tools in its names. Well, the anatomy of a tab. All tabs are different in terms of the commands they offer, but all are the same as how they present the commands. On every tab, commands are organized in groups. On every tab, you find the group buttons. Well, this is a group for cupboards, and this is from here to here. From here to here, it's a group for font, and from here to here is a group. It's also a group. And for every group, you can find the button here. It's a square with an arrow. You can click it and it will open another dialog box. For example, the Home tab in Excel is organized into cell groups, including the clipboard, font alignment, and the number group. Groups tell you what the buttons and galleries about the names are used for. On the Home tab in Excel, for example, the buttons in the font group are for formatting text. Read group name to help find the command delete. Well, this is the group name. Read the group name to find the buttons you need. Many groups have a group button that you can click to open a dialog box or task pane. Group buttons are found to the right of the group names. You see, this is the group button. This is the group button. It's to the name, the font, to the right of the group name font. Move the pointer over the group button to open a pop-up help box with a description of the dialog box or task pane that appears when the button is clicked. Well, go to any tab and you find buttons of all shapes and sizes. What matters is not a button's shape or size, but whether a down pointing arrow appears on its face. Click a button with an arrow and you get a drop-down list with options you can choose. You can find out what clicking a button does by moving the pointer over it, which makes a pop-up description of the button appear. Built in to some tabs are galleries. A gallery presents you with visual options for changing an item. When you move the pointer over gallery choice, the item on your page or select the table, the chart, or you can preview the choice before you click to select the choice you want. Live previewing. Thanks to live previewing, you can see the results of a menu or gallery choice before actually making the choice. Here, how live previewing works. Move the pointer over an option in a gallery or drop-down list and glance at your page or slides. You can see the results of selecting the option. For example, you see a different font or shape color. You can judge whether choosing the option is worthwhile without choosing the option first. Well, this part focuses on the menu toolbar and the shortcut menus. A menu toolbar is a toolbar that appears on screen to help you to do a task. In this figure, after you select the sentence, then a menu toolbar will appear. This is a menu toolbar, and you can choose the buttons. Or you right-click inside the sentence, then it will show a shortcut menu here. You can select an option from drop-down list or click button on the menu toolbar to complete a task. Menu toolbar are very convenient. They save you the troubles of going to a different tab to complete a task. And the shortcut menu is similar to menu toolbar. The shortcut menus you get when you right-click means to click right, not left, mouse button. Right-click just about anywhere and you get a shortcut menu of some kind. In Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, you see a menu toolbar and a shortcut menu when you right-click text. Well, for keyboard marvels, some people may like to give commands by pressing keyboard shortcuts. The Office offers Alt plus key shortcuts. Press the Alt key and the letters called key tips appear on tab names, which are shown in this figure. After you press the Alt key, follow these instructions to make use of key tips. Go to tab, you can press a key tip on the tab to visit tab. You see this one? And you can make key tips appear on the menu items. Press the key tip on the button or gallery to make key tips appear on menu items. Well, Soon after you create a new file, be sure to save it and save your file before from time to time while you work on it as well until you save your work. It rests in the computer's electronic memories, a precarious location. If a partial outage occurs or your computer stalls, you lose all the work you did since the last time you saved your file. Make it a habit to save files every 10 minutes or so, or when you complete an important task. For this part, focus on introduce how to save files. Well, to save a file, there are three methods of saving files. You can click the click the save button. You can find it on the quick access toolbar. Or you can press Ctrl plus S. Here this S means save. Or you can go to File tab and choose Save to save. Well, the first time you save a presentation, the Save as the dialog box opens. It invites you to give the file a name and choose a folder in which to store it. Enter the descriptive name in the File Name text box to locate a folder for storing your presentation. See navigating the Save As and Open windows later in this chapter. When you open a file made in an earlier version of Office, the program switches to compatible mode. Features that were not part of earlier version of the program are shut down. You can tell when a file is in compatibility mode because the word compatibility mode appears in the title bar next to file names. When you attempt to save a file for the first time in the Save As dialog box, Office shows you the contents of the documents folder on the assumption that you keep most of your files in that folder. The Documents folder is the center of the universe as far as Office is concerned, but perhaps you keep the majority of your files in a different folder. How would you like to see it first in the Save As and Open dialog box? To direct Office to the folder you like best and make it appear first in the Save As and Open dialog boxes, you can assign it in according to some steps. In Word, Excel, PowerPoint, go to File tab and choose Options. You see Open dialog box. Then you select the Save categories. Well, this figure shows the topmost options in this category. In the default file location text box, enter the address of the folder where you prefer to keep your files. For example, if you're fond of keeping files in My Start folder on the C drive of a computer in the C and My Start, or click the Browse button and select the folder. Then click OK. Well, the Open window and the Save As window offer a bunch of different ways to locate a file you want to open or locate the folder where you want to save a file. This figure shows the Open and Save As windows. To open these windows, click the File tab and choose Open or Save As. You can click the File tab, then choose Open or Save As. The Open or Save As window open. On the recent list, the Open window lists files you recently opened. You can open a file on this list by clicking its name. To list files you open frequently at the top of the recent list, click the Pin List Item button. You see this button when you move the pointer over a file name on the list. Select the location where you expect to find or want to save the file. Then select Computer to rummage in folders on your computer. You can also list network and schedule locations in the Open and Save As window. After that, you select the folder where you expect to find or want to save the file. The window provides a couple of shortcuts for finding that folder. the current folder. You can click the name of the folder you most recently opened. The recent folder. You can click the name of a folder you opened recently. Browse button. After you click the browse button, and in the open or save as dialog box, locate and select a folder. The open or save as dialog box appears. Apart from that, open or save the file. At last, the moment of the choice. Open the file. Before opening the file, select the file name and click the open button, or double-click the file name. For saving the file, you enter a descriptive name for the file and click the save button. For properties of a file are a meaning of describing a file. If you manage 2,000 or more files, you owe it to yourself to record properties. You can use them later to identify files. To read property descriptions, go to the File tab, choose Information, and examine the info window. Property descriptions are found on the right side of the windows. Well, this is a property. To record even more descriptions, click the Property button and choose one of these commands on the drop-down list. You can show Document panel. The Document Properties panel appears so that you can enter more description and comments. Advanced Properties. The Properties dialog box appears. Enter information about your file on the Summary and the Custom tab. You can read a file's property without opening a file. In Windows Explorer, File Explorer, or the Open dialog box, right-click the file name and choose Properties using the Property dialog box. Go to Detail tab to see description you entered. Okay, we'll have a break.
Okay, teacher.
I just copy the attendance of the first class to the system. Okay, we go on to introduce the first chapter. Well, here, well, uh, sometimes you may want to submit a file to others for critical review, but you do not want any other people to look at your file. In that case, lock a file with a password and give out the password with only to people whose options you trust. This page explains how to password protect your file. Open a file that is locked with a password and remove the password from a file. Well, if you want to password protect a file, you can use several steps. First, go to the File tab and choose Information. In the Information window, click the Protect Document button and choose Encrypt with Password on the drop-down list. The Encrypt dialog box will appear. Then it's shown in this figure. Then you enter the password you want to set in the dialog box you see here. In the password text box and click OK. Others will need a password you enter to open the file. They have to enter the password to open the file. Password are case sensitive. In other words, you have to enter the correct combination of upper and lowercase letters to successfully enter the password. If the password is composed of uppercase and lowercase, but you enter the password by all the lowercase, then it will be considered as a wrong password, and the documents will not be opened. Well, after you enter the password, then it will show another dialog box asking you to confirm your password. Then you enter the password again and click OK. After that, others will need a password to open the file. Let's see. Well, for example, I'll show a document to you. Well, for this document, it means it's the Chinese character means it's an encrypted document. You have to input the password to open the document. So after you enter if you enter the wrong document, it will show that the password is not right. Please input that once again. Only when you input the right document, then it will show you the content of the document. Well, sometimes you may want to remove a password from the file. You can open the file that needs its password removed. Then go to the File tab and choose Info to open the information window. Then click the Protect Document button and choose Encrypt with Password. Then delete the password and click OK. Well, this is the content for the first chapter. After that, we go on to check the chapter 2. Well, in chapter 2, it contains selecting, moving, and copying and deleting text and change the appearance of the text. For example, the size, the colors, and it can also change the case of letters or in the foreign characters and symbols. Well, to enter text, all you have to do is wiggle your fingers over the keyboard. Everybody knows that, but not everyone knows all different methods to change the look and size of text in Office files. In this chapter, it explains how to do that, as well as how to move, copy, and delete text. You can find out how to quickly change a letters case in the symbol for foreign characters. The first important thing in chapter 2 is manipulating the text. This shortcut, this shortcut important part of chapter 2 describes many techniques for selecting, deleting, copying, and moving text. You find an inordinate number of tips on these pages because there are so many shortcuts for manipulating text. Master the many shortcuts, and you cut down considerably on the time you spend editing text. The first important thing is selecting text. Before you can do anything to text, move it, don't face it, delete it, translate it, you have to select it. Here are some speed techniques for selecting text. To select a word, you can double-click the word to select it. To select a few words, you drag over the words. For selecting a paragraph, you can triple-click inside the paragraph in Word and PowerPoint. If you want to select a block of text, click the start of the text, hold down the Shift key and click the end of the text. In Word, you can also click the start of the text, press F8, and click at the end of the text. If you want to choose all text, you can press Ctrl and A. Well, although it offers several techniques, the mostly used method is just click and drag your mouse over the text you want to select. Another mostly used technique is press Ctrl and A to select all text. So actually, the most important thing is remember the method of this one. And these ones drag over. Okay, this up to you in. Well, you remember these two techniques. You can select almost all the text you want to select. Well, here it shows some important things for paste options. Text adopts the formatting of neighboring text. When move or copy it to a new location using the paste options. However, you can decide for yourself what happens to text formatting when you move or copy text from one place to another. To avail yourself of the paste options, on the Home tab, open the drop-down list on the paste button to see the paste option menu. You can right-click to see the paste option on the shortcut menu. Click the paste option button to open the paste option gesture menu. This button appears after you paste text by clicking the paste button or press Ctrl and V. Okay, so remember, you can use Ctrl and V to paste some copied text. Well, before you paste the text, you have to use. You can use Control. You can after you select text, you can use Control and C to copy it. Then you use Control and V to paste it. We'll choose the paste option to determine what happens to text formatting when you move or copy text to a new location. The first choice is keep source formatting. The text keeps its original formatting. Choose this option to move or copy text formatting along with text to a different location. You can merge formatting. It only works for a word. The text adopts the formatting of the text to where it's moved or copied. Keep text only. The text is stripped of all formatting. You can decide for yourself what the default activities is when you paste within a text, between documents, and between programs. Well, Office offers a number of different ways to move and copy text from place to place. From row, please select the text you want to move on or copy, and then use one of the texts to move or copy it. Dragging and dropping. Move the mouse over the text and then click and drag the text to a new location. Drag means to hold down the mouse button while you move the pointer on screen. If you want to copy rather than move the text, hold down the Control key while you drag. You can drag and dropping with the right mouse button. Drag the text while holding down the right, not left mouse button. After you release the right mouse button, a shortcut menu appears with the Move Here and the Copy Here options. Choose an option to move or copy the text. You can use the clipboard. Move or copy the text to the clipboard by clicking the Cut or Copy button. Press Ctrl and X or Ctrl and C. Or right-clicking the and choosing cut or copy on the shortcut menu. The text is moved or copied to an electronic holding tank called the clipboard. Paste the text by clicking the paste button, press Ctrl and V, or right-clicking and choosing paste. You can find the paste, cut, and copy button on the Home tab. Well, this is a clipboard. The Windows clipboard is a piece of work. After you copy or cut text, with the cut or copy command, the text is placed on the clipboard. The clipboard holds the last 24 items that you cut or copied. You can open the clipboard text pane and view the last 24 items you cut or copied to the clipboard and cut or copy them. To open the clipboard text pane, go to the Home tab and click the clipboard group button. It's to the right of the word clipboard in the upper left corner of the screen. Icons next to the items tells you where they came from. To copy an item, click it or open its drop-down list and choose Paste. The clipboard is available to all Office applications. It's especially useful for copying text and graphics from one Office application to another. Well, to delete text, select it and press the delete key. By the way, you can kill two birds with one stone by selecting text and then starting to type. The letters you type immediately takes place of and delete the text you selected. You can always click the undo button or press Ctrl Z. If you regret deleting text, this button is located on the Quick Access toolbar. Well, for changing the look of text, what text looks like is determined by its fonts, the size of the letters, the color of letters, and whether text effects or font styles such as italic or boldface are in the text. What text looks like really matters in Word and PowerPoint because files you create in those applications are meant to be read by all and sundry. Even in Excel, however, font choices matters because the choice you make determine whether your work is easy to read and understand. You can use the Format Painter. It's a fast way to change the look of the text. When you are in a hurry to change the look of the text and reformat paragraphs, consider using the Format Painter. This tool works something like a paintbrush. You drag it over text to copy formats from place to place. You can click a place with the text and the paragraph formats that you want to copy as well. Then on the Home tab, click or double-click the Format Paint button. You can find the Format Paint button in the clipboard group. Click the button to copy formats once. Double-click to copy the formats to more than one location. Then you drag the pointer across the text to which you want to copy the formats. You can go from place to place with the Format Painter, and you click the Format Painter button a second time or press ESC when you finish using the Format Painter. Well, after that, we introduce how the detail of the look of text. Well, the first thing is font. A font is a collection of letters, numbers, and symbols in the particular typeface, including all italic and boldface variations of the letters, numbers, and symbols. Fonts have beautiful names, and some of them are many centuries old. Most computers come with these fonts. Arial, Times New Roman, something like that. By default, Office often applies the Calibri font to text. Font style include boldface, in italic, and underline. By convention, headings are boldface. Italic is used for emphasis and to mark foreign words in text. Office provides a number of text effects. Text effects, also known as text attributes, including strike through, and subscript. Use text effects sparingly. The following page look at the different methods to change the font size, and color of text, as well as how to assign font styles and text effects to text. If you are not satisfied with the font you choose, you select the text that needs a font change and change fonts with one of these techniques. You can use mini toolbar. Move the font over selected text. You see the mini toolbar. Move the font over this toolbar and choose a font in the font drop-down list. You see this one? This is the drop-down list. Click this triangle, then it will show the font drop-down list. It offers a lot of styles. Or you use shortcut menu. Right-click the select text and choose the new font on the shortcut menu, or from font drop-down list. On the Home tab, open the font drop-down list and choose a font. Well, let me see. Well, let me see. This is the Home tab, and you can choose the font here. Or you choose the font. Let me see. This is the mini toolbar. Oh, this is the shortcut menu. Apart from that, you can also use font dialog box. Click the group button to find the font dialog box. This one. But mostly, the Home tab and the mini toolbar is mostly used. Well, if Windows is installed on a computer, so are many different fonts. The names of these fonts appear on the font drop-down list, font dialog box, and the mini toolbar. Well, do you have enough fonts on your computer? Do you want to remove fonts to keep the font drop-down list from being overcrowded? You can go to font files and check and change it. Font files are kept in the C Windows font folder on the computer. You can double-click the font icon in the control panel to open this folder. And then you can install new fonts by placing the font file in this folder, or delete some fonts. Well, avoid using too many different fonts, because a file with too many fonts looks like an alphabet soup. The object is to choose a font that helps set the tone. An aggressive seal pitch calls for a strong, bold font. A technique presentation calls for a font that is clean and obvious. Make sure that the fonts you select help communicate your message. Well, font size. You can use these two buttons to change the size of your text. Well, these two buttons. The first one is increase font size button. Click the increase font size and decrease font size buttons when you are dealing with fonts of different size and you want to proportionally change the size of all letters. Drag the pointer over the text to select it before clicking one of the buttons. If the font size you want is not on the font size drop-down list, enter the size. For example, to change the font size to 13.5 points, you type 13.5 in the font size box and press enter. Let's see. Well, font size is measured in fonts. A font is 1 out of 72 of an inch. The golden rule of font size goes something like this. The larger the font size, the more important the text. This is why headings are larger than footnotes. Select the text and use some techniques to change the font size of letters. You can use mini toolbar. Move the letter over the text, and when you see the mini toolbar, move the pointer over the toolbar and choose the font size on the font size drop-down list. You can use font size drop-down list on the Home tab. And you can use font dialog box on or increase font size and decrease font size buttons. For styles of text, there are 4 styles: regular, bold, italic, and underline. For regular, this style is just Office's way of denoting an absence of any font style. For italic, italic is used for emphasis, which introduces a new item and to mark foreign words. And you can also italicize titles to make them a little more elegant. For bold text calls attention to itself. For underline text also calls attention to itself, but use underline sparingly. Select text and use some techniques and apply font size to it. You can go to the Home tab to click the bold. You see this one, bold, italic, and underline button. Or you can use keyboard techniques. For example, you can press Ctrl and B to boldface text, press Ctrl and I to italicize, or Ctrl and U to underline it. For mini toolbar, it also offers bold, italic, and underline. You see, if you select the text, then you see this bold button, italic button, and the underline button. For dialog box, it's here. You see this one, this is both for bold and italic. And this one is, let's see. Okay, there's no underline here. It just offers the boldface and the italic in the dialog box. Okay, today we end here. Well, remember to, let me see. Well, for the PowerPoint, most of the content are on the PDF version of the book, and the homework and the exercise report, they are all on the PDF version of the book. So there's no need to you to ask me for the PowerPoint. They are all on the book. The PowerPoint is just a reorganization of the book. Well, remember to install the Office to your computer as soon as possible, because maybe, let me see, next week we will have the first homework, and you have to use the Office, the Word of the Office, to finish the homework. So if, yeah, any question? At least 2010. Well, 2010 is okay. 2013 is also okay. Yeah, at least 2010. 2013 or 2019 is preferred. Yeah, and you can also use WPS. WPS is very convenient. Yeah. Pardon? WPS is also well. If you have problem, then I will download. Maybe I will okay. I will send a link to you to download the WPS. But because WPS is free. Let me see. Yeah, WPS is free, but in the Office is not free. I'll search some link for you. What? Get what? Well, what file? Well, actually, the content of the PPT file are all in the book. In the book, yeah. Well, okay. I just send the book of the PDF version of the book to the WeChat group. Go. Yeah, the Microsoft Office Student Edition. The book. Okay, if you want but I will send this one to you. Okay, this is the composition of the Fellow score. Yeah. If you want the PowerPoint, it's okay. I'll give you the PowerPoint. But the book is most important. Yeah, the book is most important. Okay, remember to install the WPS or Office or some other Office. Everything, other Office is okay. Yeah, the Office 2016 is okay. It's okay. Yeah. WPS is enough for this course. Free. Yeah, it's enough for this course. Yeah, and it's enough for a lot of things. Yeah, the WPS offers Word, Excel, PowerPoint. That's enough. But for Office, if you want to use Outlook Access, you have to use Microsoft Office. The WPS do not offer Outlook publishers and Access, something like that. It just offers Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Okay. Today we end here, and if you have question, you can send a message to WeChat group or private to me. Okay. Okay. If you have no question, if you have no question, then see you Friday. Okay. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye，老师。